I'm sick. It's been a hot minute since I've ever actually taken a video of anything. So a cold front came through, and by that I mean it was 27 degrees this morning. It doesn't usually get past the teens around here. It's rare. So, winter garden. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with the sniffles or just, I don't know, skip the video. The narcissus have come up. This is actually the third year that these have been here. I got them from a friend of mine. They do get morning sun. I just don't know if it's enough for flowers because I haven't seen... Look, they haven't flowered yet. And this year, there's already a flower on that one. This is why I don't go out in the garden before I video this stuff for y'all, because I like to get surprised with you. That is the successful hydrangeia. You can see those red buds down there. Those will all be new shoots in the spring when it warms up a little more. Turmeric, I just cut the leaves and lay it down because that'll come right back in the spring. You can kind of see, I think I'm going to clear this out of just about everything, and then I'm going to try and plant my ginger here. Now, there are some, if it's still here, there were some gooseberries here. Yeah, here, and there's one more right there. And I think I'm going to clear out most of this, and that's garlic. I just let that stuff stay chives. And see if I can get the ginger to grow better back here with some shade. So this and this is pretty much all that remains of my potato onion seed, and I'm just kind of hoping that it will bulb up this year. Look at that. Rabbits have gotten a hold of my blueberries. They didn't get a hold of this one, obviously, because it's huge. But I'm talk about basic. So I every year I just cut these peach trees down a lot, and I legit just throw the branches in here. They'll break down. Only the really big branches I might put in the trash can, but my husband hates it. He's like, that looks so trashy. I'm like, well, it's my yard, right? I don't care what the neighbors think. And this stuff will absolutely break down. So why would I throw it away? I mean, I guess I could cut it smaller, but why? I'm lazy. Aronia berry, that's looking great. I love these strawberries. Here's the deal with these strawberries. Literally 3 plants that I brought from Lake, and they just made a carpet, which is exactly what I wanted. I can't wait for them to reach all the way over here so that all these weeds will quit coming up. My husband wants me to get out here and dig all these weeds up with him, and I'm like, have you lost your mind? I will cover these weeds with mulch. I'm not getting down here digging it. Plus, you're going to make me disrupt all the little roots and feelers that have come with the strawberries. I've got to get this guy up. Can y'all see him? That is like a beast. Now, I'm sure that's a super tasty boysenberry. I'm not willing to deal with thorny crap everywhere I walk, though. So, that's going to go. Speaking of thorny crap, this is the pomegranate, and I really trimmed it down because it was looking really weak. It was just the first year I'd put it in the ground, so I let it do what it wanted. Lemongrass, I don't cut that down because it needs a little bit of insulation over the winter. These are, I call them African daisies. I didn't actually expect them to last through the winter or come back, so I'm going to be really pleasantly surprised if they do return. I'm legit probably one of the laziest gardeners I know, so judge all you want. I ain't sorry. That's my mulberry, and I just cut the whole thing down, and it will send it's a dwarf mulberry, and it'll send shoots up, and it'll be great. Daisies, I love these. It's supposedly perennial, and this is year 3, so, but see, none of them have flowered. I mean, usually after they flower, they die, so, I don't know, I'm still eating greens off of them, and they, you can see over here, it started out right here, and then died, or went down in the summer, and now it's down over here rooting. I just kind of let it do its thing. This is supposed to be a witch hazel. I don't know if it's actually going to come back, but I can hope. I mean, it looks like, oh, come on now. I'm so excited because The reason I got this witch hazel is because the flowers are red instead of yellow. So I'm pretty darn stoked to see it putting out flowers. Which means it's not dead yet. That is some society garlic. All these weeds. And when I say weeds, you need to realize that it's generally a mix of edible weeds and non-edible weeds. Violets, chickweed. Which one is that called? Maybe it's not the watercress. I don't know. I'd have to go look at my books, but I know what I can eat and what I can't eat. That is spice bush. It was just a tiny little twig, and now it's grown big. I'm excited. And those were volunteer seedlings from the fall, and it's obviously not gotten so cold that they can't survive. This is a mustard. But I wasn't expecting to come back, so I'm kind of excited about that. And this is grass, which this I will pull out because it'll just spread. The weeds are one thing, the grass is a whole nother thing. So now I did, this is the pink you see there is the leftovers of portulaca, the pink portulaca, which I really love. So I hope he comes back. I always try and spread the seeds. Talk about interesting. You guys have never seen sweet violets, just like any other Canadian violet from me. These look like this. This one's kind of unique because usually these will go spread everywhere. What happens is, like, as this part right here dries up, it shrinks backwards, and these just go boing, and they get spread everywhere, which is great because I can dig violets up and I can dig strawberries up, and I'd much rather have those growing and dig those up than grass everywhere and have to dig that crap up. I have so many weird mushrooms, like, just, that one's shiny, it's freezing cold and it's shiny. I just let them grow. Those white ones down there, you know, they don't bother me. Oh, that looks pretty, actually. Out of the, you can see, how pretty is that? I want to take a shot of that, that's good. Red bean sorrel. So, like, even, what is it, the middle of January? And this stuff's been here all season long, so these are my cherries. Even in the middle of January, there's greens to eat. Finally cut down that monster rose. We'll see if I get flowers this year. It's a family heirloom, so I can't exactly get rid of it, but to be honest, I'm not real thrilled with its, you know, flowering production. This is great. I grew cucumber all over here, and, like, it's really helped keep the weeds down in the winter. This stuff, you know, it's all chickweed. That stuff's crazy. It comes back through everything. This is a fig. These elderberries were named varieties. That one's got purple leaves and pink flowers, and this one I think has pink flowers. I'm really waiting for the day that these actually start putting out berries, because I got a native elderberry in the backyard, and it is crazy productive. So, not impressed with the name varieties very much as far as food production. I mean, if they'd flower, they'd be pretty, but they don't flower that great. Y'all can see the weeds. I might get around here and pull some of these out, but I'm not in a hurry. That's stock. That's another green. It's the raspberry, artemisia. This is what I do end up pulling out because this stuff is just, it spreads so much. Eventually, there's time, pennyroyal. Eventually, I'll try and get this stuff to spread to the point where it, like, smothers out at least the grass. Like, I can handle a bunch of stuff, but the grass gets enough. So here's my first violet flower of the season. That's awesome. First violet. And then it looks like there's another little, right down there, there's another little clone coming in. See? So, I've got a blueberry here, and a blueberry here. Look, there's another one. Well, you can't see it, but I love it. The violets are coming out, and that means violet jelly. So I'm pretty excited. I love living where I do because I've never lived anywhere where it was just such a temperate. Here's my little stump. It's breaking down over the years. I've never lived anywhere so temperate, and it's really kind of cool. This little stick right here is, oh Lord, a goomy berry. And let's see, this is one of my apple trees, and this is one of my apple trees. That's the older one. This one still doesn't look great. It'll look better eventually. grandmother's irises still here. Daylilies, got to clean up this mess. You can already kind of start some green coming in. That will last through the spring and then it'll die down for the summer. Let's see. So that's dianthus's edible flowers. So that's why I planted that there. Again, here's some strawberries. I'm kind of hoping it'll spread in this area. We'll see. Right around here is right here. I mean, they're kind of dead stems, but these are Jerusalem artichoke, and so those will come back and they make this weird little tuber. Another dianthus. Again, I grow these for the flowers. They're pretty and I like them in my salads. This right here, Turkish rocket. I'm really surprised that made it. Over here is I don't know what the official name is. Soap roots, what I call it. There's some garlic right here. I probably won't dig that out so the soap root can find their space. But I'm really pleased. Look at all the purple violet blossoms coming up. That's awesome. And there's some onions. These will split eventually. This is Coreopsis, that little brown patch, and that'll be some really pretty yellow flowers. So, you know, it's not as impressive, obviously, as your summer time videos, but you know, this is what it looks like. And would it be nice if this was all mulched down? Yes. But is it still kind of cool that it has a ground cover pretty much all over the place that's not grass, and I know exactly what most of those are? Also, yes. The even better part of that is a lot of these so-called winter weeds are edible. They have minerals that you can't get anywhere else this time of year. So if you're doing your own food, so I'm loving it. I cut that rose down. We just call it grandmother's rose because Mother's Day rose. So my husband dug up all the little offshoots and we potted them up because I was reading if you'll do this in the winter time when it's cold, pot them up. Then when they break dormancy in the spring, they'll put their roots out, you know, just as part of the waking up process. Because the problem with that Mother's Day rose is it puts out these really thick roots. There's not a whole lot of little roots that will pull up nutrients and support the new plant until you cut it off. But you know, you cut it off in the fall or in the summer and whatnot, and they just die. So rosemary's good, olive's good, thyme is good. Creeping thyme looks kind of crappy, but all that while they break down and fall off or green up and get covered with the new growth this year. This is my basil pot. I literally just, you can still see the seed pods. I just like cut them off, throw them in here, mix it around a little bit, and they come back in the spring. So, I think that's about it. I've been cleaning this mess back out because the grass likes to creep up in here. But I've got 3 types of daylilies that'll come up here soon, and that strawberry will spread. There's violets and strawberries in this bed and weeds. I need to get in here and get the weeds out. My ostrich ferns over here. There's a mouse hole out there. So again, I've not been successful in getting rid of the mouse hole. No, I mean the mouse that comes out of the mouse hole. But this is a great time of year to pull little trees because their leaves, especially the maple, they stick out so well. Like they're just really, really red. Anybody who's like, oh, back to Eden sucks, it doesn't work. I'm not necessarily going to tell you this is back to Eden, but I legit only just mulch this crap and let the asparagus leaves just, you know, fall on here and mulch it too. Everything comes out of here super easy. So, does it have drawbacks? Yes, but when it comes to weeding, you can't find a better way to grow your stuff than to put it like in 8 inches of bark, or not bark, but mulch or hay or compost if you got it. Hell, leaves, whatever you got, man. Don't be like closed-minded and thinking you can only do it with wood chips. Now, is it better because wood chips are heavier? Probably, but you know, not all of us can get wood chips. Do what you can do, man. Work with what you got. A little underwhelming to some of you, but essentially that just looks like a lot of potential, and I eat out of here. I mean, literally eat greens out of here. So I'm excited.